This must be love. Boom, sound in my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. Boom.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is CardinalBird5, and today we have another special theme team video for you guys, and it is going to be the New York Yankees. Honestly, guys, this is probably going to be one of the easier teams to put together, but at the same time, again, we're going to have to leave some players off, so hopefully I don't offend anybody. But let's go ahead and start with the rotation. Now, keep in mind, there was tons to choose from. I tried to include some classic pitchers and some pitchers you don't see too much, and some pitchers that I personally have never even tried or faced. But our ace is going to be the flashback CC Sabathia. Next, we're going to have one of the 8 Gaylord Perrys. We're actually going to go with the best one, obviously, the Indians one, but he did play for the Yankees for a few years. Third, we're going to go with Catfish Hunter. Never faced him. I know he's kind of similar. He's got a similar repertoire to Gaylord Perry. The Legends, unfortunately, don't have the best pronines, especially the K pronines, because of the area in which they played in. They just didn't get many strikeouts to pitch more to contact. We're also going to throw the flashback Michael Pineda in there. He's got pretty good stuff and pretty good pronines, so I think he'll be a good fit. And then finally, we're going to have the live series Tanaka, who's a decent pitcher. Also, I know we left off some players. I could have put Jack McDowell in there, which I used him last year. He's pretty bad. He doesn't have a slider. He's pretty much just a splitter, and he don't throw very hard. We also could have used one of the 2 knuckleballers, either Louis Tiant or Phil Niekro. They both played for the Yankees for a year. But I think we're going to get to use them in some other videos, and I don't know, I feel guilty using knuckleballer sometimes. Plus, there was just so many options for this. I'm going to use some pitchers that we have not tried yet. There's also pitchers like the flashback, Ian Kennedy I could have used, and I know there are probably a lot more pitchers that I could have used, but those are the ones I chose. Should be interesting. The bullpen, guys, this is probably going to be our best bullpen for any team theme that we do. It's absolutely stacked. Again, I had a few options, and I know I left a few guys off, but we're going to go with Andrew Miller, of course. Is going to be him and Chapman are going to be our 2 lefties, and then for righties, we have some really good players as well. Chamberlain, the flashback Chamberlain, which is a nice. Not only is he good for long relief, but he comes in throwing 98, 99 with good stuff, so he's definitely a viable option. David Robertson's actually the flashback actually is pretty decent. Throws like cutter, 4-seam knuckle curve changeup. So he's, I don't know. To me, he's kind of like a Wade Davis in a way, but he's decent. Throw him in there. Dylan Betances, Beast, one of my favorite pitchers. Same for this Rich Gossage. So those are going to be our go-to righties. These 2 guys, and then I also threw Justin Wilson in there just so we could have 3 lefties, just in case our opponent has a stacked team full of lefties, because we're probably going to be playing at Yankee Stadium, so we want to negate those lefties as best as we can. Again, I know there's relievers that I could have used. A lot of players have played for the Yankees, so I know I missed some, but those are the ones I'm going with. I think it gives me the best chance to win. Plus, a lot of these guys, are actual Yankees or recently played for the Yankees, are known for playing for the Yankees. Moving on, we're going to go to our lineup here, starting at catcher. We're going to have 2 catchers on the team. We have to use Yogi Berra. I mean, who else are we going to use? I know Yogi Berra just recently passed away, so rest in peace, Yogi Berra. We're going to plug him into our lineup. Now, I used him a lot last year. He's a pretty good hitter. I know he's got a shorter stance. He's only 5'7", so it's kind of shorter. But I hit pretty decent with him last year. Also, we're going to throw flashback Brian McCann on the bench, who I honestly prefer hitting with. But we're going to start Yogi. Yogi deserves that. Brian McCann can also play first base, and I'll use Brian McCann if I face the lefty. Moving to first base, again, I know there's probably quite a few options, but I'm just going to keep the obvious option here and just go with this flashback Mark Teixeira. Plus, I'm still trying to get the hits with him, so it makes sense to use him. He's a switch hitter, one of my favorite cards in the game. Second base, obviously going to be the flashback Robbie Cano. No doubt about it. He's going to be batting third for us. We're also going to, we'll just move on to third base here before we talk about that. We're going to use a flashback A-Rod at third. I could have used one of the A-Rods at short. It just wouldn't have felt right to me, though, so I'm going to use one of the flashback A-Rods at third. Shortstop. All right, this one was probably the most difficult position. I could have easily just, created a player and put Derek Jeter there. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it's right making a creative player and changing his name. I mean, maybe I can for future videos. But anyways, I went ahead and went with the flashback Steven Drew, which is one of my favorite players in the game. He comes with really good defense and can hit righties pretty well, and he's got a nice left-handed stance. Platooning for our middle infielders, especially our shortstop, we'll probably play Cano regardless if it's a lefty, is going to be this flashback Starlin Castro. He can play shortstop or second. He has 99 contact versus lefties at 54 power, so he's definitely going to be a viable option to platoon with our middle infielders. Moving on to left field. He's not a left fielder in the game, but he's going to be playing left field for us. We have to include Mr. October Reggie Jackson, that 96 power. To be honest, I don't think I've ever used this card. I just really never had a need to use him because there's so many better options defensively, but it looks like that card can definitely hit. Center field, we had a lot of options as well. Of course, we're going to use the flashback Beltran. I know it feels like cheating, but I love that card. We're also going to use the flashback Jacoby, throw him in there. And then for right field, we have some more guys. Flashback Dave Winfield. We're also going to throw the flashback Ichiro Suzuki in there, of course. We're going to probably use him for defense later on. Dave Winfield, he's going to start versus lefties and for defense as well. We also got Melky Cabrera, forgot about him, but he's going to be a nice little bench player. So this is definitely a really good team. It should be fun to play with, so I will see you guys at the start of the game. Alright, so we are playing the Streets. We are pitching Tanaka, and opponent has a decent lineup, a lot of lefties, so good thing I'm carrying 3 lefties. And the one righty he does have, Adrian Beltre, does not hit lefties as well. So I know there's a few players I left off. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, why didn't you use the Chase Headley and get A-Rod at shortstop? I would just feel cheap doing that. I really wanted to use the Yankees A-Rod, so that's why I did not do that. And I left Chase Headley off because I really don't need him on this team because he only plays third base, and we're not going to platoon A-Rod. So let's see how this game goes. Alright, I was hoping not to pitch Tanaka. He's probably my least favorite pitcher, and I really wanted to try the Catfish Hunter, the Gaylord Perry. Or even, I've used the CC a lot of my pack and play, but Tanaka it is. And one other reason I don't really care for him is he takes forever to pitch, and his delivery is kind of hard to get used to. But it's probably not going to be too much of a factor this game because more than likely we're going to be going to our bullpen early because this guy just made a ridiculous lineup. Good pitch by Tanaka. So we'll see how things go. If he can hit, if he can pull the ball, we're definitely going to have to go to a lefty. Oh wow, up and in. He's going to hit it out. Up and in. Not only was it up and in, it was out of the strike zone. That's alright. That's probably not going to be the only run of the game. Good pitch. Surprised we got that call. Oh, nice play by Tex. Like I said, I don't know how much longer we'll go with Tanaka. Plus, it's kind of cool to see all the bullpen guys. We're going to try to get Rich Gossage in there. We're going to try to use all of them, to be honest. We were facing Max Scherzer. Again, let me make sure this isn't the rookie one. It might be the... It's probably the live series. Yeah, it is the live series. I know the rookie one has a cutter rather than a curveball. And we're going to ground out the first. Good AB, though, by Jacoby. And we're going to hit that one to deep center. I don't know if we got all that. Nope. Literally flew out to the deepest part of the ballpark. Didn't really feel like I hit that one well anyways. And Cano's going to hit one into the gap, the right center. It's going to stay in the ballpark, though. It's going to be off the wall. Ichiro's going to fire it in and make it a close play. But Cano does come in there with a double. So let's see if our Yankees A-Rod, the flashback, can do anything. And we fly out to shortstop. Should have hit that. I don't know. We were just under it a little bit. And we throw that down the middle. Thankfully, our opponent has a very, very, very late bat. That should have been crushed. Split finger. And opponent inside outs it to to left field. And of course, Beltre goes yard on us. And we get an inside-out home run, too. I don't even feel good about that. Actually, you know what? I had good timing on it, and it was closer to being low middle than inside, but I still didn't feel like I hit that well. But Mr. October does go yard for us, and that's going to cut the lead down to 2. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a double switch for Yogi. I did give him 1 AB, but I really need to get my lefty in there. And the pitcher is due up next, so this will give him the opportunity to pitch a few innings without having to have a spot in the lineup come up. And he gets another jammed hit. Ichiro does get hits like that. And he wants to bunt with his creative player. I'll take that. I will take that. And Brian McCann throws out Ichiro. Nice throw. Just into the game. And we get him with a high fastball. And Beltran's going to line out to center. Not hitting great. Beltran's hit a few hard hit balls though. We're still down 3-1. And he strikes him out. Gets jammed a little bit, fights it off into the gap. I need to get my pitches inside though. I keep leaving them over the middle a bit. If I get the pitch inside, he's not going to be able to do anything with it. And he chased a slider for ball 4. Still down by 2. We need to get the bats going. Just going to try to blow his fastball by him. And we throw it down the middle. And he gets another inside out hit because we can't hit our spot. And we hit our spot there. Get him looking. And he's going to Chapman. Maybe this will help us hit better. I mean, he was pitching fine with Scherzer. And we rip a single to left. Maybe this will be a blessing. He brought in Chapman. And Drew's going to hit into double play. Tansis strikes out Ozuna. Let's see if we can get Fielder. Hits a pretty decent, but it's going to be a fly out to right center. Gonna go ahead and bring in Chapman with a double switch. Who just batted? Pitcher just batted. We're good. Try a slider down here. I think we might get him. And we froze him. Still need to get some runs. This has been one of my worst offensive performances, and we're playing at Yankee Stadium with tons of good left-handed hitters. We need to get something going. If we can't get the 4 runs, we deserve to lose. And McCann hits one deep to right field, and that's going to cut the deficit to 1 run. Lefty on lefty crime, Brian McCann. McCann hits one hard to third. That's right to Beltre, though. And Beltre retires, Beltre retires Beltran. And we blow the fastball by him. And Beltre is going to hit the gap. Beltre has 3 hits on us. And he chases ball 4. Now he's going to go to Andrew Miller. We're going to have to start putting some righties in there to hit, but we'll just have to see. We're running out of pinch hitters. And A-Rod is going to split the gap here. Hopefully he can get 2. Ichiro fumbled it a little bit. I think we were going to get 2 anyway. See if Mr. October can come up clutch for us. Lays off that slider. Jackson fouls it off. Plays off that. It's going to be a full count. Jackson's going to foul that one off. Ooh, it's going to be off the pitcher. That would have been a base hit up the middle. Miller knocks it down, though, and throws it to first. We're going to get the runner over to third, however. Teixeira's going to hit one to deep center. That's going to tie the game. 3-3. Good hit by Teixeira and good AB by Jackson. Too bad we couldn't have got some hits there, but at least we tied the game up. And Chapman's up. I think we're just going to let him bat. Try high fastball here. And Steven Drew doesn't even move for the ball. And McCann guns Ichiro. What a throw by McCann. He has thrown out 2 runners this game. Now let's see if Chapman can get through his created player. And we hang a changeup. That's going to be another hit. Chapman's done, though. He's tired. We're going to go ahead and go to Goose Gossage. And we strike him out. We're going to go ahead and go to our lefty. He's got a lot of lefties coming up. I know he doesn't have many pinch hitters. He might pinch hit here, but looks like he's not going to. And that's going to be a fly out to center. He actually hit that one pretty well. We only have 2 guys left in our bullpen, though. We need to get a run and try to get out here with a victory. See if he takes his lefty out. And Castro's going to ground out to third. And McCann rips one down the line. That's going to be a single, though. McCann has so far been player of the game. Struck out 2 guys and has 2 hits, including a home run. And Beltran's going to hit one deep to right center. That's going to be over Ethier's head. We're not going to be able to score on that, though. And that's going to bring up Robbie Cano. And Cano's going to rip one up the middle, and that's going to score 2. Lefty on lefty crime again for Cano. Good hit, and we're going to go up 5-3. Very good hit by Cano. That was a tough slider low and away. And he's going to go ahead and go to Broxton, which is fine by me because A-Rod hits righties better. A-Rod's going to rip another single to left field. So we're going to have 2 on, 2 out for Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. And I like this matchup here. And we suck. I'm hitting very bad this game. Very, very bad. But we got a 5-3 lead. And that's going to be a fly out to center. We have Ichiro on the bench right now. We could easily put him in a substitute. I'm not going to risk it, though, because I'm about out of pause timer. And I don't want to risk it. We've been making a lot of substitutions this game. .97 mph by Wilson. I didn't know he could even throw that hard. Fights it off. Fights it off again. Good pitch. And we're going to break his bat. A-Rod takes the most awkward route ever to an infield pop-up, but we do get the out, and we have 2 down. And we throw one down the middle, and Beltre hits another home run. For whatever reason, I decided to throw down the middle to Beltre. Pablo Sandoval. We're going to try a curveball here. And it hangs. Wilson's got it. Fires the first, and that's going to be game. We are going to get the victory. This is definitely a cool team to try, but I feel kind of guilty because I didn't play very well with them. And I don't know, I could have easily lost that game. But we will take that victory. It was an entertaining game nonetheless. We actually got out hit. Like I said, I didn't play very well at all. I threw a lot of pitches down the middle, didn't hit well. My opponent was actually a World Series opponent. That's interesting. I didn't really think he'd be rated that high. But good game by my opponent. That was very entertaining. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now the next team we're going to do is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays, and that's definitely going to be an interesting team. So if you guys have any ideas, please share them. Please let me know in the comments. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying these gameplays. This is Card Number 5 signing out. Peace.